We found something that will help. Not just your homeland, but everywhere.
But where's the CO?
He's gone. I guess you could say he gave his life to help us attain the secrets of Thebes.
I see. You must think I'm eminently stupid.
What? No.
The CO was an entitled egotist who twisted our beliefs into a sickening, self-serving fantasy. And you expect me to believe he sacrificed himself for scraps of data? It's time for the truth, and it better be convincing. Otherwise, I'll simply order these soldiers to open fire.
Hold on. You're right. To be honest, the CO screwed everything up. He brought Thebes down around our ears and died like a gutless coward. But we really did find something down there that will help your homeland.
Come on.
If I can take it and use it. Now, if I have to, I will fight my way out of here, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can just let me go. And then take credit
What is that one?
when things start to improve.
That's that one.
Success certainly does sound better than failure. It seems then that our destinies are intertwined. Landfall is open to you. If it will help your cause, you may come and go as you please. But Alva must join you and report back on your efforts.
Fair enough.
Thebes is of no further value to us. Obviously, we're going back to the flotilla. Alva, I expect your reports to be thorough.
And at a tree.
Oh, I thought he was going to have us killed. And instead, I get to join you.
Glad to have you. But you're going to need a little help to reach our base. Varl, I made a new friend. I need you to meet her at the Quen Ferry and escort her back.
Horizon Forbidden West.
On it. Can't wait to meet her.
Trust me, you'll love it there. Varl will give you a better focus, and all the data you could ever want. Head to the ferry. I'll join you back east as soon as I can.
A diviner must follow the truth, wherever it leads. I'll see you there.
What are you doing?
Now that I have Omega clearance, we should have what we need to capture Hephaestus. But before I head to the ferry, maybe I should stop by Landfall. With the CO gone, maybe more Quen will be willing. Talk. Might be worth looking. On the island too. I gotta change all these clothes.
Yeah, he came in and he was quiet, and then he was like, "I'm in your house." I saw him, and then he dropped food on the floor, and I was like, "Why are you making a mess?"
I kind of wish he told us he was there.
Surprise.
Like air comfort.
Oh, his usual. It's his favorite.
Maybe don't do that to your sister's face.
Your breath smells like strawberry.
I can't believe the CO made a fake dress up.
Oh no, I have to have a year ago. Why? City? Rainbow City? This is Rainbow City. Well, it looks a little. No.
Okay, go brush your teeth now.
Stop talking to her daughter. You're not gonna work hard. did look cute. I figured you'd like it. Alice?
Find the right strategy. Forget it.
Come here.
Apollo can't win every time. Try to be optimistic. Try to be realistic. We're terrible. There.
Maniacs, lava. What's not to like?
I'll remember that next time I go traveling.
At least I got what we needed to trap Hephaestus.
Good thing I got my gear ready then.
You look tired.
Ha! I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission. You wouldn't want to be the usual screw.
You'll do fine.
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid, she took to that new focus quick. I gotta say, I'm a little, but I can see why you two.
Ashik,
As soon as
I'll give you the heads.
From the look on your face, I'd say
I got Omega clearance. Is everyone ready to head out to Cauldron Gemini?
as soon as you give the word.
Did Ulva?
Our new Quen friend, the moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped on them like a long leg.
Sounds about right. Now that I have Omega, we can grab Hephaestus and finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their fate.
Better them than us. Once Gaia is back up and running, I expect you to...
The seeds have been planted. What?
I'm glad you and Zoe...
Don't forget, you're to blame for that.
I should go get...
Of course.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
I could barely keep up as she gave herself... Varl gave her a new phone. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so pale, I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
Sounds like Alba. Read anything interesting?
I found out the old ones used leaf. Apparently it helped soothe that and some sort of cleanse their aura. Me, I think I'll stick...
I assume you've been looking into Demeter now that Gaia's...
Yes. To know that the seeds I came in turn from the seeds saved for Demeter in the old world. It gives me hope that the cycle of life will put...
How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy scouring data on his newest obsession. Apparently the old ones wrestled machine, called it meat. A must-see battle between... You'd think we have enough...
How to go with the chorus?
They were shocked when I told them that our land... I thought Fane's eyes would... But of course they had no choice, even if it meant all their preaching about meekly... To be honest, I found...
I'm glad. They're lucky. I need to get...
Right. That means we'll be going after Hephaestus.
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family.
Her name is Alika. Our parent. When I passed the divination exams, it brought honor to our family. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort.
Sounds hard.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number. Fearful that outsiders will try to steal. Last time I was
She
allowed
can't
to see
understand you with your
was
retainer
just
in.
before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get, but if our crops don't recover soon, those...
I promise I'll do my... The ancestors, is that what your people call the old ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobek, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Faro, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Faro, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Faro spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city, perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named CO, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Faro, a renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
It's not. I don't think it's done. Ugh. Probably needs to get swapped.
Then they drove Joseph to this river. They were apparently all hanging out, or we just don't know. And then all of a sudden, Joseph was shot. Now, Nicholas was actually the one that pulled the trigger. However, Pazuzu was the one to get the gun from the car. And then after they had shot Joseph in cold blood, Pazuzu and Nicholas fled the scene, and Pazuzu allowed Nicholas to hide out with his car. However, in the end, Pazuzu and Nicholas were tracked down and both found out Pazuzu's crime and was arrested. However, after being questioned, Nicholas claimed that the shooting was just an accident, and the police believed him. Nicholas confessed that he was the one that pulled the trigger accidentally, and he pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter, and he was sent to prison for 13 months. Yeah, not 13 years, 13 months. Now, Pazuzu was charged with being accessory to involuntary manslaughter. Now, when it came to Pazuzu's trial, the authorities treated Joseph's mother disgustingly. Because Joseph's mother wanted to be there at the trial, she wanted to be at the trial for one of the people responsible for her son's death, or should I say murder. She wanted to be at the trial. However, the authorities and the police, they were messing her around. They kept telling her, oh, you don't need to come to the trial. Oh, it's not necessary for you to come to the trial. Don't come to the trial. And then they kept messing her around when the trial was actually going to be. They were saying, oh, sorry, yeah, the trial's not actually going to start today. Yeah, there's been a little bit of confusion. So they were just messing her around so much. And I thought, seriously? I didn't know what Joseph's mom would do. I don't know, there were so many suspicious things.
Remember that guy last year? That guy last year who was like messaging me, he was like, oh, wanna, is there ever been someone to talk from here? And I'm like, here for what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Start messaging you again?
He wanted a throat tattoo, and he wanted "Don't Tread on Me" on his throat. Anyway, so yeah, he just messaged me a bit ago, and I was like, and I've heard passively, like, because he dated his ex, they were like on and off again, like, and I don't know, but they're fucking toxic. Anyway, she had been trashing him, and then they got back together, and then they broke up again. But anyway, so he messaged me, I think it was like a year ago, almost exactly, in December or something like that, and was saying all that stuff, and then anyway, he messaged me today and was like, oh, hey, like an hour ago, hey, can I get that tattoo from you? And I'm like, what was it again? And he's like, don't tread on me on my neck, and I want 100 needles. And I was like, I don't know what that means. He's like, oh, 100 needles. And I was like, I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
I don't know. And he's like, oh, shit. And he's like, well, I want it in my throat. And I'm like, hey. And he's like, I was like, yeah, so I'm not going to book anything without any money. I told you that last time.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay. Yeah, but you can do it. And I was like, well, yeah. And I was like, but not without your money. And like, I was like, you got the 600? And he's like, no, after court. And I'm like, okay, what's court for? And he's like, oh, no worries. And so I was like, you know what? I've heard enough about this fucking guy. I'm just gonna ask her. So I messaged her and I was like, you want to court with your ex? She's like, no, not currently. She's like, he's going to jail or he's going to court for a DUI. She's like, we broke up in April. I haven't seen him since September because I was like, okay. And she's like, why? And I was like, well, I heard possibly through people that he was beating you. And I was like, I'm not going to tattoo no fucking woman beater shitbag. And she was like, oh yeah. She's like, he almost threw me out of a car going 30K, beat me in front of my kids, and he's not allowed to be near them without supervision. And I was like, okay, I'm blocking him. So I blocked him. And I was like, yeah, I'm not fucking tattooing that freak. And she's like, yeah, it's been really hard. And I was like, well, stay strong. Yeah. I mean, she's a fucking idiot, but like, still.
No one deserves that.
No, and he's a piece of shit. And I got those vibes, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking ask her because like I heard enough about him. So.
But he was just given promotion. Yeah, this repeated offender is only given promotion for accessory to involuntary manslaughter. Now that just doesn't make sense. How many times is Pazuzu just given promotion? There is some information going on here. I'm not convinced of anything else. And I think it's safe to say that the shooting of Joseph Chandler was not an accident. It was and Joseph's mom was it's just so suspicious.
Look at me. You look to me like you got a pink nose. For now. Yeah.
Quite often convince people to commit crime. I would be surprised if Zuzu was the best version of himself. Maybe he made however, it's gone down as involuntary manslaughter and his crimes absolutely innocent. The way Joseph's mom was treated and the whole case of Joseph Chandler has been handled so poorly, so disrespectful, and there has been no justice in the case of Joseph Chandler. So we now get to 2011. Cynthia has been putting on her son's nonsense for years. She wanted to put an end to it. She had basically
What other smells do you have for this Scentsy thing?
That's just beeswax right now.
Oh, is that what it is?
There's no scent.
What the fuck?
You want a scented one?
Yeah!
Then turn it off. And then when it hardens, pop it out. You can grab a scent.
Why would you just put beeswax?
Because I like the smell of it. And it's good. It's burning, ionizes with particles in the air, and it cleanses the air. Like, scientifically.
You got like orange or lemon?
No. Yeah, go look in the bin. There's a lemon. It's like lemon orange or something. That smells really good.
what was the point if you go to the police and
Lemon drizzle cake.
Just exactly this. If you don't price Cynthia in they didn't go out and get a search warrant themselves.